All right, it's the worst year of our lives. I'm Scott. That's Drew. At Not Scott Henson. At Sarian Softpaws. Ultra professional. You know what time it is as well as I do. It's Olympics roundup time. but first, a reminder, if you didn't hear our last episode, for the episode airing Thursday, September 2nd. That was our free episode. We've decided what we're doing on it. We are taking movie requests for $25 a pop. So if you want us to watch and speak out loud words in English about that very movie.
$35 a movie if you want us to speak in
Chinese.
German. Or in Chinese.
Always good movie.
Or $40 for us to record the podcast about the movie while making out.
Okay, 35 for racist Chinese, $40, and we'll actually learn Chinese and do it like that. Okay,
a real John Cena situation.
Taiwan, not a country.
Not a country.
Sorry, Chinese.
I apologize.
And as an act of contrition, I will be legally changing my name to John Chinese. $25 to paypal.me/notscotthenson. Paypal.me/notscotthenson. If you don't have a PayPal account, one, that's weird, but two, okay. And there is a link for non-PayPal users in the description for this very podcast, as well as the other surrounding ones. Get your picks in by end of day Thursday, August 26th at the latest. Anytime between now and then, you can get it in. You want 2 movies? $50. You want 6 movies? $150. You want 23 movies? That's a tougher one in my head. Seems like $475 to me. Drew, bring out the calculator. $475? Give me $475. $485. $500. Come on, $475, baby. 23 by 25. $575. How is that possible? Oh yeah, that makes sense. There's 5 groups of 4 in 20 and not 4 groups of 4. Makes sense. You know,
you were very confident, though. I will give you an A+ for confidence.
I mean, that's how I've gotten through most of life, is just yelling things confidently that people have not called me on that were wrong. So yeah, that's the deal with that. Should be a fun episode. We're not capping the number of movie requests. If we get too many, we'll do an extra episode. That seems fair. That way, everyone gets the thing they want. So yeah, $25. PayPal.me/notscotthenson or the non-PayPal link in the YouTube description. All right, enough of that bullshit. Olympics roundup. Here's what I think about the Olympics, Drew.
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
I think, and I've seen multiple instances, and I haven't even watched very much Olympics. I think if you're in the Olympics, I don't think you should trip on the hurdles.
Okay.
I saw a bitch absolutely eat shit in the 400 hurdles.
Yeah.
It's your only job.
Yeah.
Your job,
all you've trained for.
Your job is run, jump, run, jump, run, jump. That's it. That's all you got to do. I'm not saying you got to come first. I'm just saying you have to not fall down.
I'm just saying, don't come.
I'm going to come.
Don't come.
I'm going to do it. Am I being an asshole?
No.
Is that too much to ask? To semi-competently, when you are world class at something, to just do it?
Like, it's not an issue to lose, because obviously there's going to be people that are better than you.
Look, there's 8 people in the finals, 7 are going to lose.
Exactly. But yeah, I think if it's like you're a pole vaulter and you literally drop the pole before
before the jump,
you're like running, and then you're just like, oh, I dropped it. It's like literally the one part of your thing is to hold the pole,
but then you try to do the jump poleless.
yeah. Or like the discus, and you throw the disc, backwards.
Just straight backwards and, like, kill a guy. Or, like, I feel like tripping in the hurdles is the equivalent of drowning in water polo.
I better not play water polo.
No, Drew, I don't recommend you play water polo. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
As long as I can touch the bottom, I'm fine.
I would love water polo if I could touch the bottom. I feel like I'd be really good at water polo.
I'm not going to lie. Up until this Olympics,
you thought they could touch the bottom?
Could touch the bottom.
They're treading water.
Yeah, I really, because how many times do I watch water polo?
They have strong legs.
0 times.
But doesn't that sound really lame if they could touch the bottom?
I guess, but the water resistance of you'd still have to swim.
You thought it would just be, it's just slow European handball?
Kinda.
Okay.
Underwater.
But not underwater.
Mostly underwater.
Not mostly underwater if they can touch the bottom. Half not underwater.
No, water up to here, to your armpits. So you can still throw the ball out of the water, but you're not treading water.
So 5-foot water polo.
Yeah.
I like that.
But or at least the goalies there should be platforms under the nets so that at least the goalie's standing.
Seems fair.
Because then the goalie has a better chance of making a save.
Yeah.
Because you can't push off while you're treading water.
It's true. You got no leverage.
Yeah.
You got no torque.
Yeah. One event that I had no idea existed until this Olympics, I guess it's new, is I almost said interspecies.
Keep talking.
Intergender 4x100? I did not realize that was a thing until this year. Or 4x200.
In track?
Yeah.
They also have mixed relays in swimming.
I had no idea.
I don't think I did either.
I guess it's new. This year. Yeah, because we watched part of it. And
I watched them too, and it's fun how they, because you can position them any way you want. Yeah. My sister and I were watching one, and I'm glad she said it before me, because I think every team did it the same.
2 females, male.
Yeah. Or female, male, female, male.
Okay, the one that we watched, which was the final.
It was all that?
Was all men first, women in 2 and 3, and men 4.
Yeah, I think it was all
because in one of the qualifiers...
I believe I saw this qualifier.
They did man, woman, man... Or man...
Yes, man, woman, man, woman.
Right,
Nigeria did man, woman,
man, woman. So the woman was
last. And she got... crushed.
And she got a huge lead because the second guy.
I was going to say the guy,
all of the women.
Yeah, the guy in the third leg crushed everyone. But then by the time
the men came for the last one,
they came last.
They blew past her.
She came dead last.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my sister said, "You never finish with a bitch." I was like, "We are related."
I mean, it's true. You're shorter. You run slower. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, your brain's 1/3 the size of ours. And you get paid 77 cents on the dollar.
Yeah. It makes sense. But I had no idea.
Welcome to our men's rights podcast.
Yeah. Men's right,
MRA.
alt right.
Men's alt right.
White is right.
Being on the white side of history.
Yeah. It's not herstory, it's history. History.
Yeah, the only way I would have liked the movie Her from 2013, which was both of our favorite movie of the decade, would be if it had any other title.
His.
Him, I guess.
Yeah, him.
Featuring trans Scarlett Johansson as the voice of the computer in her bravest role to date, besides the Ghost in the Shell, where she played a Chinese.
She sure did.
That's the last one of those we're gonna get, right?
No,
that's the last whitewash.
Not at all.
We
talked about on the last episode the
whitewash Attack on Titan. But I mean, that's a white remake. Like, they just made Ghost in the Shell, but the lead Japanese character was Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And, like, we're never getting another Aloha where Emma Stone plays a Hawaiian.
Yeah, where she's, like,
half
Japanese
or something insane.
Japanese. Yeah.
It was a good run.
A blonde girl from California playing a...
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh, what a tangent. Because I didn't write it down.
I woke a beast. I mean, I have another thing written down that we also have to get to.
No, what you need to do is shut up, because it's segue time. You need to absolutely shut up. Hey, here's one of my classic Scott bits. Hey, what about Doogie Howser, but it's a Hawaiian bitch, and it's Doogie Kamealoha MD. The reason that's not very funny is because that's real, and it's an original Disney Plus show, and it's yeah.
So she's a Hawaiian doctor who's a child.
Hawaiian girl child doctor. It's a real Mad Lib.
All right.
Yeah. So my question to you is, are you getting Disney Plus for it? It premieres September 8th. You have time.
We had Disney Plus for a month.
Yeah, but
we didn't use it.
But now Disney Plus has Doogie Kamealoha MD.
Wait, her first name is actually Doogie?
Disney's Doogie Kamealoha MD. I mean, at least go Doogie Kamealoha HB. Hawaiian bitch. That seems the least you can do.
Oh, maybe I don't want Disney. Maybe I want... How the fuck do you spell Doogie?
Oh, that's the harder of the two words. You're good on Kamealoha?
Kamealoha.
But Doogie was the one that sent you for a loop?
Teenage wonder kid juggling her high school life.
Oh, I thought you were... honest to God, I thought you were going to say Teenage Wonder Kid Juggalo. Now that's a show.
Oh, that's funny. Is it the girl from Moana? It's not.
There's more than one Hawaiian girl?
Apparently. She doesn't even really look Hawaiian.
Not really.
She looks, I don't know, something else. A mutt. Oh, shit, it's got Jason Scott Lee. I'm back in.
A Power Ranger?
Not only a Power Ranger, he's Bruce Lee in Dragon, and he's the bad guy in the live-action Mulan, and he was Mowgli in live-action Jungle Book in the 90s? Oh. In the 90s.
Yeah, did they make two Jungle Books at the same time in the 2010s? There was a Jon Favreau and another one?
They made the Jon Favreau one, then there was also the...
Andy Serkis?
It's a sequel, it's the same universe. I don't know. It's the same thing.
Is it?
It's just that Andy Serkis was on, and there was just a different voice cast.
Oh.
But yeah,
so was it the same movie?
They're affiliated.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
And they came out at the same time?
No. Jungle Book was 2016, and Mowgli was...
Prince of Thieves.
2018. And Mowgli's a lot more... It's like darker and more along the lines of the actual book.
Kipling book.
Because the book... I don't know if you're aware of how, like, the book at all, but the book is that Mowgli goes back to the village, and they're like, hey, you're the wrong kind of Indian. We don't like you. We're from the south. You're from the north.
Yeah.
So they kick him out, and what he does is he goes back to the jungle and convinces the animals to kill the people in the village. Yeah. There isn't murder in this, but it's a lot more along that line.
Okay.
Whereas the Jon Favreau one is like a Disney, like, happy...
Well, yeah, it's basically the Disney movie, quote-unquote live action, even though there's almost zero live action.
Yeah.
Lion King style. Love that Favreau.
It's not his fault, per se.
It's someone's fault. I gotta nuke something, Drew.
What about... Who's in charge now? Eisner? Michael Eisner? Is he still in charge? Or was he like 4 people ago?
I think he was 4 people ago, but I can't name the last 4. I'm Eisner ride or die.
Yeah, so Jungle Book. Bill Murray as Baloo.
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley as Bagheera.
Chris Walken.
Idris Elba as Shere Khan.
Yeah.
Scarjo as Kaa.
Chris Walken is King Louis.
Chris Walken is King Louis.
Yep.
And then in Mowgli, it's Christian Bale as Bagheera, Kate Blanchett as Kaa, Benedict Cumberbatch as Shere Khan, Andy Serkis as Baloo, and then King Louis not in it.
So basically, one's American, one's British.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Ben Kingsley's British, isn't he? Idris Elba's British, isn't he?
Ben Kingsley's Indian.
I mean, of Indian heritage, but he's British, is he not?
Ben Kingsley's Korean.
Yeah, he's from England, you dumb fuck. And Christian Bale, Kate Blanchett, Benedict Cumberbatch, Naomi Harris, Andy Serkis, like, they're all... Although, is Christian Bale from Wales? Is he Welsh? He is Welsh.
A culture I don't understand.
A language I don't understand.
Yeah, just one vowel, and it's Y across the board.
Just as many Y's as you can fit in.
Yeah. Everyone's name is Bryn.
Bryn. Yeah. The one Welsh kid... No, I guess, a couple Welsh kids, but...
And they're all named Bryn.
Bryn Flash Morgan and Bryn Andrews.
Exactly. Did I need to say anything else about Doogie? No, I just wanted the world to know about it.
What was the other? I feel like there was another, like, reboot of something with a female lead in
The Equalizer with Queen Latifah.
No.
House MD with Queen Latifah. I think there is something else, but I don't know what.
Yeah,
there is. What was it? They're doing Black Wonder Years.
Yes, I did see that.
Was that it?
No, that's not what I...
There's another girl one, though. I was going to make a joke about Girl Meets World and then remembered that was an actual show already.
It was... They're doing... this isn't it, but I did see this. It was very funny. They're doing, like, a reality kind of show with the living cast of the Brady Bunch.
Okay, so not the dad.
Not the dad. He definitely had a wild and fun 70s and 80s.
Absolutely.
And a bunch of drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay.
And it's just, like, them doing skits in a house together.
Oh, I thought they had to, like, fight each other.
No. It's like a silly, like... In the house together, having fun, goofing around kind of thing.
Okay, I was hoping it was Robot Wars.
Robot Wars.
But Brady's and gay men. Which the Venn diagram of that meets in the middle at the dad on the Brady Bunch.
You saw that they're making a darker take on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, good.
What was...
Is it where they murder the first Aunt Viv and that's why she gets replaced?
Very possible. Very possible.
Oh, that was one of the things I was going to ask. For the darker Jungle Book. So when Mowgli is unceremoniously ostracized by his constituency. That's a call forward to a later joke. How about that? That's the love we're working on. Does he go full feral, goes back to the jungle, makes a fursuit out of an animal and just starts railing Bagheera?
In the movie? Or in the book?
Any.
He goes back, he becomes feral.
Where does he fuck a cat?
He must.
That's all I'm asking.
He must.
I'm just asking questions.
The other one that they're doing that I saw is they're doing a more realistic, not so family friendly Little House on the Prairie.
Okay.
With
again, probably not going to get the dad back for that one. I'm noticing a trend.
I like rebooting shows where the dad's dead from a disease.
With dead dads with dark hair.
With dark hair.
Are you a dad with dark hair? Watch out.
What did Michael Landon die of? Liver stuff? He was a
pancreatic cancer, I think.
Oh, I thought he was a boozer.
No. I think he was a hardcore Christian.
Doesn't mean he can't be a boozer.
It doesn't, but I believe God punished him for being too Christian, because even God is give it a rest, nerd.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see him being like, all right, ease up, buddy. Because why don't you enjoy something?
He left Little House to do a more Christian show.
Hold on, don't tell me.
Is this
No.
Is this NPR's Wait, Don't Tell Me?
Wait,
the lamest game show in the world?
Highway Angels.
You want to say Angels in America, don't you?
No?
Because I wanted to say Angels in America.
It has something to do with that, though. Angels and Highways.
I think it's Highway to Heaven.
Highway to Heaven? Yeah, okay, that sounds about right.
I think it's Highway to Heaven. But yeah, and
I told you the dumb thing about it is Highway to Heaven.
There you go.
Of where I, as a child, genuinely thought that it was filmed during the actual time.
It was a documentary.
Oh no, yeah,
or not a documentary, but it took it was filmed in the late 1800s.
Yeah, I had no concept of when movies and cameras.
You knew it was. You knew it was before now. You knew it was. I knew
it looked old.
Yeah.
So then, to me,
it might as well. It might as well be that old.
It might have been 100 years old for all I knew.
Yeah, it was the first talkie.
Yeah, I definitely didn't understand that, they've only been making, actual real movies since, the 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is just filmed then.
Yeah, it's an old show.
I still haven't found the other one. I know there was another thing that I saw. Apparently they're...
Oh, the reboot, but
the
it's
reboot,
a bitch.
But it was women. Yeah, I can't find it. I'm sure somebody will tell us, and then we'll be like, "Yeah, that's
the one," and we're mad.
They're rebooting Walker Texas Ranger with Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
Oh, I was hoping they were rebooting it with Orlando Jordan.
What?
As Funky Walker, Dirty Talker, Texas Ranger? Was that his Mad TV thing? Don't you remember that skit?
Orlando Jones.
I do mean that.
You said Orlando Jordan.
They're the same to me. Orlando Jones.
No, they're very different.
Orlando Jones. I apologize.
One of them
make 7-Up yours.
Would like to have sex with a little boy.
And one would like to have sex with a 7-Up bottle.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Orlando Jones. Now are you with me? Jones.
Now I'm with you. Now I feel
he was Funky Walker, Dirty Talker, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched the
Heather Locklear, Texas Ranger.
Speaking of Mad TV, I saw the very funny spoof on Family Feud with Will Sasso as Louis Anderson. So they introduced the Cracker family, which is a bunch of white people.
Yes.
And the Miger family.
Oh my god.
Which are black and white. And then when Louis comes out and and they're like, and your host, Louis Anderson. And he walks at the center stage, doesn't say anything, then just goes, "Dear God, kill me now. If you're there, listen, kill me. Kill me." And then... all right, let's start the show. And then he keeps referring to them as the Miger, the Migger family is what he keeps calling them. And he goes, actually, it's Miger. And he goes, Miger, Migger, same thing.
Jesus.
And
I do remember the kill me now. I don't remember how the whole sketch went.
And the dad of the Cracker family is Andy Daly, and they're like. Name a black magazine. So Aries Spears says Jet.
Yeah.
And Andy Daly goes, "Ooh, I hope nobody takes offense to this, but I believe there's just a magazine called Chocolate." And Louis having none of it. He's like, "You go back down there and you sit down. This is a family program." And then he goes, No, I wasn't trying to be. And then he goes back over and says to Aries Spears, "Can you believe that he just called you Chocolate?" Something racist. Think of some racist things that involve chocolate.
I mean,
off the top of your head, the things the vocabulary you use daily about black people.
Sexual chocolate.
No. Fuck.
Chocolate bunny, Easter time.
Chocolate bunny.
Really?
It was chocolate bunny. Yeah. He's like, "Can you believe he called you chocolate bunny?" He's like, if he calls me a chocolate bunny in my face one more time, I'm gonna go. He's like, "I didn't call you it. I said chocolate."
I mean, the punchline better have been that it was number one on the list.
I don't remember.
I hope it was.
I don't remember if that was the answer, but yeah, that was Mad TV. Pretty good. Pretty good.
No, Mad TV number one forever.
It's
not my joke, but I think it's Nick Mullins actually. But the entire premise of almost every Mad TV sketch, which is what made it better than SNL, was what if a retard was gay? That's every Mad TV sketch.
That kind of is every Mad TV skit. Or what if a white woman was Chinese?
Yep.
But yeah, that was a good. Like I spent a lot of time watching Mad TV.
Yeah, like 95 to 01. Like the first 6 years, I definitely didn't miss an episode.
No, yeah, me neither.
I remember being on a rowing trip.
Oh, someone went to a private school
on Vancouver Island, and that something happened with a girl, but then I didn't get in trouble because I had a promising athletic future.
Nice.
Nice. Nice, he says.
Brock Henson.
I got Brock Henson. But yeah, I remember like a group of us, like no matter what else was going on, like making sure that on the Saturday night, that we
were in the hotel,
that we correctly apportioned time to watch Mad TV.
Yeah, that's
that would
the right
have been
move.
97, which is like pretty peak Mad TV.
Yeah,
that's like season 3.
Wow, so you were on the rowing team when you were in -8?
Yeah, didn't you see that in the news? It was pretty big. A preborn
fetus baby
on the
national rowing team.
On the national rowing team.
The under 18 national rowing team.
The under 18 months national rowing team.
Just a bunch of fetuses rowing a boat.
Yeah. Oh, think how small the coxswain would be, because he's smaller than the rowers.
Yeah.
Also, what a great job.
Yeah.
Be small and yell?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, it's a shame you'll never know that.
You get a medal with the other guys if they win.
It's a shame you'll never know what it's like to be small.
I know how to yell.
Yeah. You're also a chode. You're a very barrel-chested chode.
I'm in the 99th percentile for height. And the 99th percentile for weight. We got a real chode here, folks.
Chode over here. Oh, we got another chode, baby.
I like that they did the joke twice.
Yes.
I mean,
fuck you, Harley Jarvis.
I think it's time we talk about reverse molestation. Oh, before we talk about reverse molestation, back to the Olympics. How do we feel about Simone Biles? What's our take?
Well,
people have been asking us our take.
The people want to know. Yeah, they ask us a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Here's my take on it. This is probably going to be a bad take, and I'm probably going to get in trouble in the future.
Yeah, I'm going to let you go first.
Thank you.
Take the edge off.
I appreciate it.
Happy to do it.
I'm fine with you having to put mental health first. Like, I, in the past, have had times where I feel like I'm, like, overwhelmed and my brain hurts, and I need to just, like, not physically talk to anyone or do anything and just chillax, which is fine. But you know what's not cool is
black women
is winning the right to go to the Olympics, and then deciding, I
don't feel like it.
I don't really wanna. You know who would have wanted to? The person that finished third, that didn't get to go to the Olympics.
The one right behind you.
Yeah, who would have competed, and it was probably their lifelong dream
been working
to go to the Olympics.
Her whole life to get there. Yeah, I have very mixed feelings on it. One, probably first and foremost, I'm with you. Like, yeah, I bet it's super stressful, but it's also
there's lots of pressure on you because
there's incredible pressure.
Everyone expects you to win and get gold.
That being said, there's also pressure on everyone else in the Olympics because it's the Olympics and that's how it works.
And they don't just send anyone.
You shouldn't have done it if maybe you weren't gonna do it. And
because if there's one thing we know, if it feels good, do it.
Even if you shouldn't, don't let people mess you around. And much like my argument for the bitch who tripped on the hurdles, it's your one job.
Yeah.
It's all you do.
I understand.
Just do the thing.
I understand, like, getting heat from, like, fans or, like fucking Twitter and stuff. Because people are angry that you can't do a sport. Mm-hmm. But yeah, being an Olympian's hard, but also you're doing a sport for a living.
Yeah.
It's not like you're working in a coal mine.
Yeah.
You don't have gymnast's lung.
I mean, although up until, I don't know, like the mid-2000s, a lot of them did get gymnast's vagina from Bella Lugosi or whatever the name of the coach was.
Bella Lugosi.
It was Bella something, though, wasn't it?
I don't know. Bella's a woman's name.
You're a woman's name.
No, Kelly's a woman's name.
Yeah, you know what? True.
I'm not Kelly.
Bella Russian. Anyway, that guy. The guy who raped every gymnast.
I like that you type in USA and it's the fourth thing that comes up.
Pretty good.
Larry Nasser.
I guess it's Larry Nasser.
He looks cool. I like him. Look at him.
He doesn't.
That's a face that only a mother can love.
He doesn't look cool. You're wrong.
That's the face only a mother can love.
Yeah. So some did suffer from gymnast's vagina, but no, they're not getting black lung. I agree. But the other side of my mixed feelings is the Olympics are gay and who cares? So do whatever you want, Simone Biles. So I'm having trouble reconciling those two feelings.
I feel like though if you're
just don't do it. If you're not
don't go willing to it's a commitment to representing your country.
To go to Japan and not do it is weird.
Yeah, to travel all the way there and then say I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
it's selfish. It's I want the attention of going to the Olympics.
That's the part I actually kind of begrudgingly respected. I'm like, she's getting all the press without having to do any of the gymnastics. I mean, she cracked the code.
Yes.
She's trending #1 on Twitter without doing gymnastics. Mm-hmm. That's the dream.
It's a real it's real Kevin Nash showing up to Nitro in a back brace. I'm getting paid, I just don't want to do it.
If we can get people to send us money and tell us we're cool without doing the podcast, all the better.
Yeah. But, unfortunately...
It's a living.
It's a living.
Now, I don't really have mixed feelings on Naomi Osaka telling pro tennis to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you have to do press or you can't play. She's like, I don't want to do press. I hate press. Press is gay. Fuck you. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. I don't yo, you should do press and you should play. I'm like, no, tell them to go fuck themselves if you don't want to. Well, that's not part of your job.
Why do NFL players get to say no and not do it, but a female tennis player has to do it? No, it's kind of bullshit.
I know she doesn't have the, in front of people confidence to do it, which is too bad, but what she should do is do press and troll them.
Yeah. Or just Marshawn Lynch it.
Or exactly. That that
fuck around.
That kind of trolling. But she's not that kind of person really. Which is too bad because it would be fun. But I'm fine with her telling all the majors to go fuck themselves.
I'm gonna make this statement as if I'm not already in my mid-30s and my professional sporting career is over.
What's it like being that old?
If I ever get put in the position where I need to do any form of speaking to the media, I am not taking it seriously whatsoever.
Why would
I am
you?
Fucking around so much.
Having to talk to the media is nothing but an opportunity for fun and should be treated as such.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. No one cares what athletes say. So amuse yourself.
Amuse your boosh.
Amuse your boosh is what I always say.
That is a good saying.
But yeah, before we get to the In Your House, we do need to talk about reverse molestation.
I would also like to talk about
you got something else.
The fact that you can't be racist to someone if they're half white.
That seems only fair. Do you have a specific example?
I only have a specific example of when I decided that was the truth.
That seems like a good enough one.
Watching season 15 of Hell's Kitchen, and the winner was a half white, half a half white Jewish, half black woman, and then they showed her mom, and then they showed
a girl Lenny Kravitz,
and then they showed. You mean like Zoe Kravitz?
Like Zoe Kravitz.
Then they showed her two younger sisters.
Yeah,
and I thought, I guess Mom went back.
I guess you can go back.
You can go back.
Because the younger sisters were pure as driven snow.
Pure as the driven snow. They would have featured well in a Leni Riefenstahl documentary.
I mean, she's a good director.
She's a good director. She just got put in a bad situation.
She got roped up in some bad stuff. She's a good director.
She's made one little mistake and got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. In the Nazi cookie jar.
Yeah.
Anyways, how would you like to talk about your reverse molestation?
I would love to talk about it.
This is Scott's favorite topic.
I mean, so it came up, is this In Your House 21?
This is 21.
Came up 4 weeks ago this day, by my count. So thank you to user and absolute angel, Leo Larkin, Larkin Miniatures on Twitter, who listened to it and alerted me.
I'm gonna give them a follow.
Leo J. Larkin, at Leo J. Larkin. The J is silent.
But the N-words aren't.
Never are.
Well, you know what?
They're loud.
You're getting a follow.
Louder than bombs. Who alerted me to the fact.
Whoa!
Were you at, what? What?
Oh, they were the one that posted that tiger couch to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Miniatures are pretty cool looking.
Were the In Your House 17 episode where you asked about reverse child molestation story that you guys thought you invented? May I introduce you to A Child's Time, or Kodomo no Jikan, in which a 7-year-old desperately attempts to molest her teacher. So we allowed ourselves to be introduced to such, and we're not disappointed. It's both a manga and anime.
Yeah.
But
the anime was only in Japan.
Probably for good reason.
Well,
the manga had half a run in the United States until it was discontinued, I believe, for a scene in which the single-digit aged student and her mid-20s teacher were locked in a cold storage locker together.
I think it just said a cold room.
In a cold room together, and they had to huddle together for warmth, and then she started dry humping him, I believe was the breaking point for American publications.
Yes.
That's a shame.
Dry humping almost leading to an erection.
That's right, yeah. And which is too bad, because I had all the issues up to that, and I really wanted to see where it went from there. but then I couldn't find them. Then I had to go to Japan and buy them there, and then I'm like, well, since I'm in Japan, it's not like a very far trip south to Thailand. And then I got into a whole other thing in Thailand that made the manga seem tame by comparison.
Yep.
And now I'm in jail for because they caught me with half a joint, and I'm getting capital punishment next week. What's that movie? Broke Down Palace?
Broke Down Palace.
That's the one?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
one.
Good times.
Good times.
Don't have any drugs in Asia. They'll put you in jail for the rest of your life.
Broke Down Palace, and there's also
there is another one. You'll never find it.
The one with Vince Vaughn and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yep, that sounds right.
Hear me out. There is somebody screaming.
Hear me out. Broke Down Palace.
Their podcast right
Broke
now.
Down Palace 2. This time it's dudes.
You know what? I'll buy it. What was that, like 99?
Oh yeah, it's Bloke Down Palace, and it's guys.
Return to Paradise.
I knew there's a paradise involved.
Anne Heche, Vince Vaughn, Joaquin Phoenix, and a third guy who's not famous.
Cool.
Ooh, noted babe Vera Farmiga.
Love her.
Directed by a guy who didn't direct
Norma Bates.
Other things. He directed The Good Son and True Believer. Nice.
The Good Son's fun.
The Good Son's fun, and True Believer's good.
Yeah. No, there goes.
Who doesn't like an 80s James Woods and Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
James Woods has a laughably bad ponytail in that movie.
Ooh, James Woods with a ponytail. Where
it's obviously extensions.
Sure.
And the extensions don't start until here.
Ooh, too
so
low.
It's regular hair until the back half of the head, and then the ponytail comes.
So
it's very obvious.
If he was to untie the ponytail, what his actual movie hair would look like would be insane.
Yeah, it'd be like Jacques Rougeau on The Last in Your House.
Perfect. And speaking of in your houses, we watched one. Drew, you drew a very nice kitty on that Post-it note.
I did.
Good job.
I sure did.
I'm proud of you.
At that and then drew it.
That was nice. That was a good job.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'll probably complete it over the course of the episode.
Good.
When you're talking and I'm not listening to you.
Good. Did you not make any notes for this?
You told me to make 2 notes. I made 2 notes, and the rest is off the top of my head.
Okay, great. Can we at least see the matches? Jesus Christ.
It's a bad show. Who cares? There you go. That's not the start.
Oh, you do have
That's
it. Okay.
The start. Before we get to this, let's just say this was a complete, nothing of a show.
It's the show after WrestleMania. All the big stuff happened last month. This is just sort of, I don't know, treading water.
Yeah, this is really just we have to kill time until the next thing.
We have to kill time until SummerSlam, basically.
So,
or I don't know, King of the Ring.
I guess King of the Ring.
I guess King of the Ring.
King of the Ring was still an important thing.
Yeah, I guess it was in '98.
98 King of the Ring winner,
Ken Shamrock.
There you go.
Can I do them all?
I'm gonna say yeah.
I can do all the pay-per-view ones. I don't know all the later TV ones.
I can tell you 2 later TV ones, and that's it.
So
I can tell you Baron Corbin and William Regal, and that's it.
Yeah. So
and I guess Sheamus at one point.
Yeah. So there was a non-pay-per-view 1991 that was Bret Hart. 93 Bret Hart, 94 Owen Hart, 95 of course King Mabel.
The rightful king.
The rightful king. 96 Steve Austin, 97 Triple H, 98 Ken Shamrock, 99 gotta be Mr. Ass. 2000 Kurt Angle, 2001 Edge, 2002 Brock Lesnar, and that was the last pay-per-view.
Yeah. Then
you get a Booker T in 06.
Yep.
And then you get a Regal in 2010? 8. Oh, there's an 8 and a 10.
8, 10, 15, 19. I forgot who 15 was, but you'll remember.
10.
So it went Regal in 08.
Yeah.
Sheamus in 2010. And Baron Corbin 2019.
15, Wade Barrett?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
And that's all of them?
That's all of them.
Did it. That's the end of the show, guys. See you later.
Nope. Well, there were technically... There was an 89, an 88, an 87, an 86, and an 85.
I know, but they're all bullshit.
Can you name
there's
them?
your Harley races and Junkyard Dog, or did he just like beat Harley Race for Harley Race's kingness? Morocco did Savage for Macho King.
Morocco, Harley Race, Randy Savage,
yeah,
Ted DiBiase, and Tito Santana.
I don't think I would have got DiBiase or Santana.
No,
those don't ring bells at all.
Couldn't have told you.
But like nobody cared about those. No one even really cared about 91.
Do you
like 93
think
is the
you
first.
could tell me who the person beat in the finals
for the pay-per-views?
For the ones that you named.
Who do we got?
Brett over
Bam Bam?
That's the second one. The first one, 91.
91, I don't know.
IRS.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
Then the second one was against Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Owen over
Razor.
Mabel over
Savio Vega.
Savio. Austin over
Jake Roberts.
Hunter over
Mankind.
Shamrock over
Rock.
Billy Gunn over.
Great question. X-Pac?
Because you looked at the screen and could see it?
No, I can't see it.
X-Pac. Kurt Angle over
Edge.
Rikishi.
Rikishi. Edge over Angle.
Yep. Lesnar over
Rob Van Dam.
Okay, and then the rest of them, like Booker over Bobby, Regal over Punk, Sheamus over Morrison.
Regal over Punk, I knew. The rest I don't.
Sheamus over Morrison. Bad News Barrett over Neville, not Adrian Neville.
Aaron Neville?
Not Aaron Neville either. And Baron Corbin over Shorty G.
Oh, that's right. They actually gave Gable a run and then had the guy that everyone hates beat him for heat, because you got to get that heat, pal. You got to make everyone mad forever, because apparently being mad brings people back to shows more than being happy.
Correct. How else are you supposed to do it?
I just said it out loud now, and now I'm like really mad. Like, why would you ever think that?
The one that Regal won.
Why would you never make people happy with an entertainment show?
The one that Regal won is maybe probably the worst one. It
was one night on a Raw,
and it featured Jericho MVP 5 minutes, Punk Matt Hardy 3 minutes, Finlay over Great Khali by DQ in a minute.
Sick.
William Regal over Hornswoggle in 18 seconds.
Regal Hornswoggle, you say?
Then Punk over Jericho in 6 minutes.
Okay.
Regal over Finlay in 3 minutes.
I mean, those...
And Regal over Punk in 4 minutes.
If you don't look at match times, those semifinals and finals are great.
Good. Very good.
Punk Jericho and Regal Finlay?
Yep.
Winners.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news, Scott.
The King of the Ring sucks.
King of the Ring is bad. But the one, so Shamrock wins. He beats The Rock. Vader. First round is Vader, Rock, Hunter, X-Pac, Owen, Scorpio, D'Lo, Severn, Shamrock, Henry Funk.
D'Lo Severn is where D'Lo gets the chest protector.
Sternum, yeah. Mark Henry, Terry Funk, Jeff Jarrett, Farouk, Mark Miro, Blackman. None of them go, like, the longest is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Semis is Hunter, Rock, Owen, Severn, Shamrock, Henry, Jarrett, Mero. Other than Rock.
That seems like a lot of semis.
Yeah, Rock.
I think those aren't the semis.
Sorry, those are quarters. Sorry, quarterfinals. The Rock, Hunter goes 8. Everything else is short.
Yeah.
Rock, Severn, and Jarrett, Shamrock are 4 and 5 minutes.
Dan Severn, King of the Ring semifinalist, you say?
Dan Severn wrestled The Rock.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Huh.
But that doesn't take place until...
But that's not till June, and this is April.
After the In Your House pay-per-view we were talking about now. So we got a promo package for Undertaker versus Kane in an Inferno match later.
Featuring something that made both of us scream.
I get that Kane's a big dude. He's heavy and he's tall.
He's both of those things.
You also should...
Both things I can relate to.
You also should...
99th percentile height, 99th percentile weight.
Chode, baby. You really should be able to do your finisher properly, and if you can't, don't do it.
Okay, so for those of you unfamiliar with the Tombstone Piledriver, a move that The Undertaker has been doing for 45 years.
Forever.
The move is you have your opponent in a standing 69. I think all of us wrestling fans and non can understand the standing 69.
I've done them.
The top of your opponent's head upside down should be roughly at your knees, maybe a touch above your knees, because you drop to your knees and get his head close to the ground, preferably not really smashing his head into the ground. So, the tombstone on Kane that we saw, Kane's head had to be a solid foot below Undertaker's knees, and Kane's neck was at about his knees. So, Undertaker drops to his knees, and Kane's neck breaks in half.
Snaps.
Turns 90 degrees sideways. It was horrific.
I hope Mean Mark didn't apologize afterwards. I hope he was just like, that's the spot. You blew it.
Not sorry, and I'm voting for Dole.
Bob Dole. So yeah, the first match is a 6-man tag of the Nation of D'Lo, Mark Henry, and The Rock with Kama Mustafa, and Kama is just straight up dressed as the Godfather. He's
just the Godfather
now. So he must be the Godfather soon.
Very soon, I guess. But yeah, I thought he was always a Supreme Fighting Machine type gentleman.
Wearing the hat Nation. And the hat and the short singlet.
Yeah, and all that.
Nope.
But
Pimpin', he was raising the roof.
There was much roof raising.
Yeah, he was really facing it up.
Yeah.
They're against
the babyface team of Ken Shamrock, Steve Blackman, and a Blackman.
They should have made Steve Blackman and Farouk the Dudleys, and it could have been Steve Blackman and Blackman or Farouk Blackman. Farouk, Blackman.
Steve and the brothers, Steve and A. Blackman.
So yeah, this is after Farouk's been kicked out of the Nation. As they make their way to the ring, JR states that Farouk has been...
Oh my god. Well, yeah. Here's the call forward. Unceremoniously ostracized by his constituency. I'm like, ooh, someone's getting fancy, JR. Remember when JR had a vocabulary and knew what promotion he was calling?
This guy, he's in his 60s and he's had several health issues. That being said, he should still know it's not WWF or WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, the match itself is whatever.
I had Bell's palsy. I'm fine-ish. I tempered it with the ish. Give me a break. Where have you gone? Why are you doing this to me in the middle of my show?
Because I hate you.
Well, you got me there. I'm gonna vamp for a while. Oh, someone. I'm gonna vampiro.
Oh.
Current
vampiro when you got lots of weird mental health problems?
No, I'm gonna vampire warrior, the soon to be debuting Gangrel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. He's a 98 boy.
So yeah, I mean, as I said, the show is not good. There wasn't really anything in this match other than
it's a lot of whatever matches.
They were building to The Rock versus Farouk, so The Rock didn't tag in unless Farouk was in and getting beat up.
Yeah, that was the story.
There was a...
Was it the setup for the hot tag? D'Lo missed a very nice moonsault. He's got a super pretty moonsault. Although every time he does it, Jim Ross insists that he's near 300 pounds, and I don't think he's
not
that
even
big.
Close. At that point...
He's fat. Look, credit where it's due. D'Lo Brown is fat.
He's just kind of chubby.
Yeah, he's chubby-ish. He's not super tall. He's not a huge guy.
He's maybe 6 feet.
Yeah.
6 feet and like
260. He's 250, 260 on a good day. Yeah. He's not nearly 300 pounds.
And like that's all just kind of like upper body chub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you're used to lower body chub.
I wish that you weren't looking at me as you're saying upper body chub.
Bud the chub.
Bub the Chub.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of just kind of whatever.
So there's a hot tag to Farouk, which is one of the sloppier hot tags I've ever seen. Yeah. Like Farouk seemed... Farouk's not that old in 1998.
No.
But he wrestled like he was very old. Like, he seems much younger in the APA like 2 years from now.
That's because he got on the gas.
It is because he got on the gas. It saved his life. Like human growth hormone.
Ron Simmons in 1998 was 40.
Yeah, so he's not dying.
No, not by no means. And like he's young by current standards.
But like he was like sloppy and slow.
Yeah, I feel like he worked heel for too long and just got used to heel
That's true. It's probably been a long ass time since he's had to
and then
do a hot tag.
To be a face is really hard.
Sure. Anyway, hot tag, bang, 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 bang. Everyone's cleared out. Farouk on Rock. Farouk hits the sloppiest Dominator you ever did see.
Yep.
Nearly drops Rock on his head.
Yep.
I don't know. The fact that so much earlier Farouk stuff was Farouk's fault. I want to say the Dominator was also Farouk's fault, but Rock might have also jumped badly for it.
Just bad chemistry.
Yeah. At least one person did a bad job.
Yes. So Farouk gets the pin. And that sets up an Intercontinental title match next in your house. against The Rock.
You think Farouk's got it?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say this last time, but I'm like, no, I can talk about it next time. This reminds me that I was in a weird phase as a wrestling fan in 1998 because I had the internet for 2 years, so I was on like the ECW Japanese tape trading kick already. I'd already got lots of stuff and considered myself pretty smarky, but at my essence, I was still basically a full-on mark because I specifically remember the Farouk versus Rock match in May 1998, the show after this one, and really, really, really wanting Farouk to win because he was the good guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, even though, story-wise, it makes more sense for The Rock, talent-wise, The Rock more so, younger,
you could see
there's no good reason The Rock should possibly lose, and he doesn't. But I remember, I want Farouk to win, and I was sad when he didn't. I wanted good guys to win, bad guys to lose. And I guess it was 98, so I was only 4 years old, so give myself a break.
You were -4.
Yeah.
So the next match is the European title match with China suspended in a cage over the ring. It's Triple H defending against Owen Hart. Like I had said to Scott when we were watching it, I didn't really remember Owen being a babyface before joining the Nation, but I guess now watching it, it kind of makes sense that he was.
Yeah, right after Brett left, Owen was the Black Heart.
Yes.
And he, because he challenged Shawn for the title, not even on a pay-per-view, on a Raw, and Shawn just, straight up beat him, and that was sort of it for Owen. Yeah. Then you just had this Triple H feud, which didn't really do anything for him, and then they're like, well, turn him heel.
Yeah. This match, again, is just a lot of rest holds, and a lot of the camera being on China in the cage.
Yes.
A lot of what happened in the ring really didn't matter. It was just a ton of looking up at China, and she was looking like she was trying to bend the bars, and it was just a lot of put him in an armbar, put him in a leg lock, work him over. With
cameras on the cage, no one's even watching you. Just grab a hold.
Owen didn't do any flashy offense. Hunter just kind of worked him over the whole match.
Owen didn't do a spinning heel kick.
Owen didn't do a spinning heel because it would have been the finish. He would have won.
That's true. It's deadly.
It's deadly.
Deadly to all members of DX.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So eventually China bends the bars.
She's a big, strong boy.
She's a big, strong boy. Big, bouncing baby boy. And she climbs out of the bars and then is sort of
P.S. The cage is very high.
Oh, the cage is genuinely
2 stories.
2 stories up.
Yeah.
And she gets out of the bars and climbs, so she's hanging from the bottom of the cage, but then realizes she's too high.
Yeah, if she let go, she would fall and break both her legs.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
So she she's too high. She hooks her legs back up on the cage to sort of support her weight.
Yeah.
And then Owen sees it, and Owen goes out and is yelling at her, and then Owen gets dumped to the floor. So I was like, oh, she's gonna fall and Owen's gonna catch her. I'm like, but
she's still too high.
And she also probably outweighs Owen.
Yeah.
So then they get back in the ring.
China is near 300 pounds. Then D-Lo, get out of here.
Get out of here. Then Hunter gets chucked to the floor. Then Owen comes back out. I'm like, oh, okay, they're both going to catch her.
Nope.
But then, they go back in the ring, and then she's still just dangling from the cage.
Just waiting to die.
Until finally, so Owen puts Hunter in the sharpshooter.
Yes.
Which clearly wasn't supposed to happen, because Hunter is, not rolling over all the way, and is yelling at the referee.
Yeah.
So eventually, very slowly, the cage starts to lower.
Yeah.
China gets down where she can let go, and then they do a quick pan over to the back area, and Road Dogg is there operating the controls.
You can pan over to my back area.
No thanks.
Okay.
I've seen it. It's not well.
It's
maintained.
Oh, that's true, but it's still nice.
It's a forest of ginger hair.
The ginger. It's nice.
You're a ginger.
I'm an anagram of ginger.
Huh.
Okay. Makes you think.
Yeah.
No, the rainforest isn't well maintained, but it's beautiful.
I guess that's true. It's still sweaty and stinky.
I have the Amazon of hindquarters.
Mine's the
Amazon headquarters. This is Amazon hindquarters.
Mine's more of the Sahara Desert.
Right down live from Amazon hindquarters. I like that. That's going in the description.
So China gets down and distracts Owen from locking in the sharpshooter. Then Hunter gets up, goes to give him a pedigree, which he gets out of. Then Owen straight up hits a pedigree.
And it's good.
Very
Both
good.
well delivered and taken. I respect a guy who can take his own move.
Correct. Then he goes for the pinfall, but China's still got the referee distracted.
Yeah.
Then, as he goes to get rid of her, X-Pac runs in the ring, clobbers Owen with the European title.
And we're like, we don't ever remember X-Pac being a heel. We just figured as soon as he showed up, DX were faces. But not the case.
Well, especially because we had said that the promo after Mania,
the day after
when
Mania,
he brought back Waltman,
100% face promo,
was 100% a face promo.
Yeah,
but now they're still clearly heels.
Yeah,
so
but this does not last.
Blasts him with the belt. Hunter hits a pedigree and wins.
Basically, right after this, Hunter and DX go face, Owen goes heel.
Yeah. Because Owen can't stop losing, and DX starts getting too much face heat.
Owen can't stop losing, and Hunter can't stop getting it wet.
Getting his butt wet for China's dick.
China, yes.
Yeah. So that's that.
Getting his butt wet for China. Yeah. I didn't like that phrase. It's not inaccurate.
Wet or greasy?
The greasy strangler?
Greasy strangler. Slimy, greasy strangler. So next, just like a complete throwaway.
Have you ever thought to yourself, hey, what if Tim and Eric wasn't funny and had no charm? Might I suggest the Greasy Strangler?
So this is the NWA World Tag Team titles of the new Midnight Express of Bodacious Bart and Bombastic Bob, which are Bart Gunn and Bob Holly.
Yeah.
With Jim Cornette defending against the recently returned face Rock and Roll Express, but still wearing their douchey bad guy jackets.
Now, Jim, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire here. Is this the best Rock and Roll Express versus Midnight Express match?
Yes.
Okay.
Easily. So the whole idea is that Bart and Bob don't really get along.
This is our first time seeing them, and they already don't get along.
And they're already teasing breaking them up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of friction. Like, Bart holds Robert Gibson up, and Bob accidentally hits him, and then he gets in the ring, and they argue, and then he gets back out. They do the exact same thing, but this time...
They do a couple of, well-choreographed, old school heels running into each other spots.
Yeah, right, yeah. Ricky Morton gets dumped in, and then he gets... Or no, I guess they have Morton. They go to whip Gibson. He reverses it. Bob hits Bart off the apron.
Yeah.
Then Bart gets back in. Then Jim Cornette gets in to break them up. And then Tim White tells Cornette to get out of the ring. And Cornette says, hey, fuck you, ref. I'm dealing with my guys. Yeah. Which then leads to Cornette taking his jacket off and rolling up his sleeves and doing put your dukes up.
Doing the pantomime put your dukes up for 30 full seconds. Yeah. It's very funny.
And then finally, Tim White untucks his shirt.
Yeah.
And he also puts his dukes up.
And then starts throwing good jabs.
Good punches. And Cornette
cowers and hides behind
and backs away and goes all the way back to the corner and gets away.
Yeah.
The match is worthless. Nothing happens in it.
Nothing happens.
The finish was
O'Connor roll by, let's say, Morton. And he's sitting on him for the pin with his back to he's sitting on Bart with his back to Bob Holly. Bob Holly comes over, he hits a bulldog, Bart pins him.
Why not?
Bulldog finisher.
That's a bulldog finish, baby. Next is Luna versus Sable in an evening gown match. We didn't watch it because who gives a fuck? Luna won.
Sable lost, but she's a slut, so she was cool with it.
Yeah, she also
got... I'm not being sexist there. That was the story.
That was the story. She did get her heat back at the end.
Yes,
she got to beat up Luna and Goldust at the end and celebrate in her bra and panties.
Yeah, and coming up next month, Sable versus Mark Marrow. Loser leaves town.
Yeah.
And Goldust is back to Goldust.
Goldust is back to wearing gold gear, and he's got his FU shirt.
finally unchained, forever unchained.
Finally, forever unchained, finally unchained. I don't remember what it said. Also,
furry union.
Does it matter? Furry union.
Should we start one?
Yes.
Okay,
but only for big cats.
Done.
No rhinos or dogs.
Well, rhinos can be in the union, but they don't get a vote.
No, the white ones do.
Obviously, the white ones.
So the next match is the WWF Tag Team Title match of the New Age Outlaws defending against LOD 2000.
Dwayne Johnson being told that black rhinos can't vote. And him completely understanding it. He's like, yep, makes sense to me.
I got you. I understand. I know the rules.
I'm a rhino.
You don't need to tell me. I'm a rhino.
I mean, look at me.
Dwayne the Rhino Johnson. So yeah, New Age Outlaws defending against LOD 2000. So LOD, since the last time we saw them, went away for 2 months
tops,
and came back at Mania with they grew their hair out, and Hawk has different face paint, and Animal's wearing bikers.
Yeah, they both have new gear.
They got new shoulder pads, and they're wearing
are their shoulder pads airbrushed?
Yeah, they're airbrushed shoulder pads, and they got NHL goalie helmets with blacked out visors on the front.
Yeah.
And instead of cages, and they have Sunny in their corner.
Yeah.
As it is exactly as the rest of this card is gone, this match is nothing. It is Hawk being sloppy and lazy.
He straight up blew a shoulder breaker.
He blew a shoulder breaker.
He couldn't lift him. And I said, look, I understand that Billy Gunn is low-key
the tallest man,
the biggest man in the WWF.
Yeah.
He's so deceptively huge. I understand, but still, you're the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, you're one of the biggest, meanest, strongest guys.
You should be able to lift who the fuck ever.
But at the same time,
you're drunk.
You're also an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
So they both look awful. They've lost a ton of muscle. They're kind of chubby.
Yeah, as soon as LOD 2000 hits, Hawk looks like garbage.
Yeah, absolutely. The alcohol.
He just looks like a guy.
The not working out, and then also the dad haircut doesn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just kind of blow all the regular spots they would hit just look bad.
Yeah.
They're not hitting them crisp. And the New Age Outlaws just get way too much offense for a Legion of Doom match.
It's so much selling.
They just beat up Hawk forever.
The thing with the Legion of Doom is they don't sell. And that was their gimmick.
2 months ago, they were still the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
But now rebranded.
I guess the Legion of Doom doesn't sell. LOD 2000 sells. They got to play.
You got it right. You got it right.
By the new rules.
I remember.
There's nothing in the rule book that says a dog can't play basketball.
He's not right. It's right. I remember back in the day having the LOD 2000 action figures, and for whatever fucking reason, Darren P and I decided to throw them off my balcony until they broke, and we're years later looking back, I'm like, why did we do that?
What are we doing?
What the fuck? Weird. So yeah, and the finish was really bad. The finish was Hawk getting held by Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Road Dogg goes to hit him with the title belt. He ducks. He hits Billy. Billy goes to the floor. Hawk does a straight up German suplex.
Picture Hawk doing a German suplex. You've got it.
But it's a real Road Dogg, he doesn't have him really around the waist to his body.
Yeah.
So Road Dogg is essentially his butt or hip is on Hawk's shoulder.
On his left shoulder.
So Road Dogg is laying flat backed on the ground.
Yeah.
His back and his hips are on the mat.
Yeah, his whole back is
Hawk's
flat.
holding him kind of at the waist with his one shoulder clearly up.
Hawk is doing as good a bridge as you'd expect for 1998 Hawk doing a German suplex.
However, the dumbass referee...
Well, the ref counts the pin, bell rings.
Yeah. And then the LOD celebrate with the titles. Sonny gets in the ring. Then Howard Finkel announces that the winners and still tag team champions are the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
To which Animal and Hawk are very confused by. And then when they show it, or they don't even show it, they just say the referee counted Hawk's shoulders down.
Which, what kind of fucking ref sees a guy do a suplex
and then thinks
and
that guy's
focuses
getting
on the shoulders of that guy and not the guy who got suplexed. Normally you would default to the guy who took the move, and then if you notice the guy doing the move, his shoulders down as well, okay. But I think you'd start by looking at who took the move.
You'd
in
think,
any sort of logical world.
You'd think, but you're wrong. If I'm a referee, I'm counting the guy who's clearly getting powerbombed as the one doing the pin. Or the guy taking a top rope brainbuster is doing the pin.
I'm counting the drunker guy down.
Correct. Because he's drunk. He doesn't know what he's doing.
It's true.
Yeah, he shouldn't drive home.
I bet he did.
I bet he did. I bet he drank more and then drove home.
Yep.
8 or 9 hours to his home in Chicago.
That's our hawk. I guess, yeah, Greensboro to Chicago is a bit of a drive, but what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Unless he was living somewhere else with Yakuza.
So they get mad. They give the referee the Doomsday device. Does a full backflip. Yep. Actually lands
on his knees,
directly on his knees. Probably hurt. Hope he was wearing knee pads.
Don't care. He deserves it for counting that pinball.
Don't care. He deserves it. Leaving us to lament that Sunny didn't do porn then.
Very sad that it wasn't
later.
Then, and it was more recently when she was gross and ugly.
A sad story.
Oh, thanks for driving by, giant truck. So the semi-main event is the Inferno match between Undertaker and Kane.
It's boring.
It is. Yeah, it's bad. Like, the concept is cool.
Yeah.
And at time, I thought it was badass.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, doing the flare-ups with the fire around the ring when they do bumps is cool.
It's a smart added little bit. But the match sucks because they can't do anything. And
it's a lot of teasing. Like, I'm gonna push you pretty close to the flames.
As I've heard on anybody who listens to the Steve Austin Broken Skull stuff, that both Kane and Undertaker had stated that like it was so hot that they couldn't do anything. Like they were boiling and you couldn't get close to the fire. So like Undertaker,
like it's hot there with the lights anyway.
Undertaker does
now add fire.
Undertaker does the current school, and that's like the real
he does do the current school.
Big move of the match.
Yeah.
Eventually Kane hits a choke slam.
Yeah.
Then he goes up top. He gets crotched. He gets thrown off the top.
Yeah, they were doing a. They didn't. Did they do the superplex?
Yeah, they did a superplex.
They did a superplex.
Superplex.
Then they go
big
up again.
Pyro.
Yeah.
Then Taker just straight up like throws Kane over the top, and Kane clears the fire.
Yeah.
Taker then gets out of the ring
very easily.
Oh
no, that was the dive.
Yeah. Kane goes to back up the ramp play. Vader runs out
in his warm-up clothes,
looking kind of slim.
Like pretty solid for 98 Vader.
He brawls with Kane all the way back to the ring. Taker does the Taker dive over the top.
Yep.
Then Vader and Kane just kind of lay there forever. Taker grabs Paul Bearer, brawls him all the way back up the ramp.
Oh, to the set where Jeff Jarrett did a song with Sawyer Brown
noted
earlier.
Country superstar Sawyer Brown.
Yeah. And Jarrett seemed to be like 100% back to like his 95 looking gimmick.
Yeah. Sawyer Brown, I'm sorry, is a band, not a guy. Correct. I thought it was just the guy.
I mean, it does sound like a guy.
How many albums would you say that they've put out?
30.
14.
Not bad.
Oh, sorry. 18.
That's what best.
Last one was in 2011.
Excellent.
Then I know one song by them because when I was a kid, my parents listened to a lot of country.
Nice.
We're gonna listen to it afterwards.
Great.
We're probably not. I'm gonna forget. So they I said to Scott, like he grabs Paul Bearer and brawls him all the way up to the set. He knocks over like all the musical instruments, takes the drum, and goes to hit Paul Bearer with it, but like just puts the open part.
Yeah,
on him.
You thought he was going to hit him like hard with the hard side of the drum.
No, or like the drum part of the drum.
Okay,
like a bunk.
Yeah,
but no, he hits him with the open part, and then he celebrates Bear blades
for some reason.
And then I said to him like, how ridiculous is it that you have to fucking kill time
in
an Inferno match by having him beat up Paul Bearer away from the ring?
Yeah.
Like, that's bad booking. Or lazy booking. Anyways, beats up Bearer, goes all the way back to the ring. Kane has a chair. He goes to hit Taker with it and eats a big boot.
Yeah.
And then Kane stumbles backwards. His arm hits the fire. It's on fire, and he runs up the ramp.
His surprisingly very thick forearm.
Padded forearm. Brawls all the way, and then he runs all the way back to the ramp, and then that's the it. Undertaker easily just walks back in the ring.
Yeah.
Does his pose. That's it.
Everybody's happy.
Then in the back... No, sorry. So 2 times in the show...
Oh, yeah. There were 2 mid-show promos to build the main event.
Austin came out. He called the ring announcer, or the timekeeper, into the ring and said, last time...
Because I guess they did Vince did a Montreal on Steve, like on Raw or something.
Yeah. So he says to him, look, Vince told you to ring the bell. You did it. Now, if Vince tries to screw me again and I lose the title, I'm going to beat his ass all over this building, and then I'm going to get you, and I'm going to beat your ass all over the building. So either you listen to Vince and you get your ass kicked, or you listen to me and maybe you lose your job, but you won't be dead.
But you don't get paralyzed.
And then JR is sort of like, haha, he's just choking people. He's not actually going to cripple him.
He's not going to kill him. I don't think.
Later in the show, Vince comes out and says,
and they were building to the announcement of a catastrophic event,
which was
Vince
is
saying,
Vince is from
I don't think
North Carolina.
Vince was born in North Carolina. He is a native North Carolinian. I don't think that was the catastrophic event. That being said, all that was said during Vince's promo, which was ostensibly the catastrophic event promo, was...
I'm not going to cheat him.
I'm not going to cheat Steve Austin, but if he screws himself, what are you going to do?
Yeah, pretty much.
It was pointless.
It was nothing. It was just to get Vince booed on the pay-per-view before the main event. So the main event is, for the World Heavyweight title, it's Dude Love and Steve Austin.
A little different Mick Foley than last time we saw.
Yeah. Honestly, again, outside of a few... big gross bumps by Foley, it's not really anything. It's tons of brawling.
It's fine. I definitely side with the cage match rating more than the wrestling
cage match
rating.
Is 6.95 and Meltzer gave it 4 stars.
I don't think it's 4 stars.
No.
I do think the rematch next month, if I remember right, is a fucking banger.
It is good. I think I remember that too.
Yeah.
But this one was, it was just brawling. There was no moves.
Yeah, that all being said, Foley took some shit in this match.
Yeah, Foley took 3 floor bumps.
He took the...
they fought up to the stage where the band was.
Yeah.
And he took like a front hip toss bump.
Just
right from the stage to the cement floor.
Flat on his back.
Then they fought
just a whomp.
Yeah, a regular Foley whomp. They fight back to the ringside, and Austin gives him the typical Foley gets suplexed into the stairs, but instead of like his heels or legs hitting, it was like his hip.
Like his hip.
His hip hit the corner of the stairs.
I was trying to decide if I would take that or the stage bump
I'd take
first.
the stage bump first.
I think I would.
Yeah.
That stair thing, like if you hit a corner wrong, that's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, and I think the stage bump... you can more prepare yourself because it's a flat landing, as opposed to like a weird angle hit a corner.
Yeah,
you don't know what part of your body's going to get where.
The stage thing, worst case, you get the wind knocked out of you.
You might break your tailbone.
I guess you could hurt your tailbone.
Although like the stairs, you could like fracture your leg. You
could break your leg,
ankle or something. Like, it was disgusting.
So nasty.
And then he took another floor bump later on.
Yes,
from. Something.
There's one where like he just like whipped Steve into the apron and Steve came back and clotheslined him.
And clotheslined.
It took like a snap bump on the floor.
So eventually Vince walks all the way down to the ring with the Stooges and he sits on a chair at ringside and sends them away. Then Foley and Austin fight up the ramp and Foley's and Mankind goes back to the ring. The referee is counting out Austin, to which Vince is yelling at him, "What are you doing? You, like, stop. Like, what are you doing?" He goes up the ramp and starts shit-talking Austin. Austin gets up and chases Vince, like, all the way back to the entrance and fully, like, hustles his ass from the ring all the way up and clubs Austin in the back.
Yeah.
They brawl all the way back down to the ring. Then again, it's just tons of brawling in the ring. There's not really any moves.
Foley gets Steve Austin in an abdominal stretch.
He gets an abdominal stretch, and Vince is yelling at the timekeeper to ring the bell.
And the timekeeper is very nervous.
Sort of like ignoring
because he wants to keep his job, but also doesn't want to get paralyzed.
Yeah. Then Austin counters it into his own.
And Vince is like, no,
He's like, don't ring it. Do not ring it.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then eventually, Vince.
I bet that's the last time in either guy's career
that they did an abdominal stretch.
That either of them did an abdominal stretch.
I would agree that that's probably true.
Yeah.
I can't picture Steve Austin or Mick Foley doing another one.
Yeah.
Maybe Foley. Maybe.
I honestly don't think Foley. I think maybe heel Austin did in 2001.
To be boring?
To be silly.
And boring. To be silly or boring, yeah.
So I can't confirm.
Yeah. So the finish was a little confusing.
I think they fucked something up on the floor.
Probably.
Because they were really screwing around a lot with the chair.
Yeah.
Before they got where they wanted to go.
Yeah, so
they were doing like accidental Three Stooges stuff with the chair.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, like
they were doing.
Foley went to hit Austin, and Austin gutted him, but then he like fumbled getting the chair.
Yeah,
so then Foley just got the chair.
They weren't sure who was supposed to bop who at the time.
Yeah.
And there was just a lot of like running at each other with a chair in front of your face to maybe get hit,
or get maybe a boot or something,
or maybe hit the person, but we weren't quite sure.
Yeah. Eventually, what ends up happening
got there eventually.
Is Foley and Vince are standing in front of each other.
Yeah.
Austin goes to hit Foley and just blasts Vince with the top of the chair.
Really blasts Vince good.
Like the seat, the seat of the backrest of the chair.
Yeah.
Just got Vince like right in the top of the dome.
Like gives him a concussion.
100%.
Yeah.
Vince goes down. They get back in the ring. The referee gets knocked down.
The ref was down before they went outside. The ref's been down for a while.
Yeah, ref's been down forever. They get back in the ring. Does Austin just hit
Austin hits a stunner.
Austin hits a stunner.
Counts his own pin. His music plays.
Yeah.
He leaves.
And then they announce that Austin lost by DQ.
How?
For hitting Vince?
I don't know.
Because Vince got a chair shot that he wasn't supposed to in the match?
Yeah. Vince is taken out on a stretcher, the end.
The end. Yeah,
I don't know. I can't tell you why the result was the result. I do not understand.
I don't even know if they knew
how Austin lost by DQ.
You tell me.
I'm trying to.
You can't.
I can't.
Interesting. So that pay-per-view, that In Your House, had, I think, the highest attendance we've seen so far.
I think 21,000.
The next one, Over the Edge.
Yep.
9,000.
Smaller venue.
Yeah, Wisconsin Center Arena, but still going from 16 to 9 is not a good look.
Yeah.
Oh, we do get Tennessee Lee though.
Oh.
The TENNESSEEL.
That is a lot of doubles.
It is a lot of doubles. But yeah, I mean, the pay-per-view sucked. There was nothing good on it. Like, the main event is fine, but it's just super brawly.
Yeah, the main is the best match by default.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Nothing good happened.
The light heavyweight division is dead.
Yeah, no Taka. Sorry.
Although we get Taka next month.
Taka next month in what genuinely might be the best In Your House match.
That's bold.
It could be. I'm not
sure if the 2-on-3 handicap is better than Hell in a Cell.
I didn't see Hell in a Cell because you did it without me.
It's true.
I'm never going to watch it.
You have to watch for the top 10.
Nope, I will not.
Then your top 10 is going to be stupid.
Is that what you got? Is that your closing statement? Your closing arguments?
What? That you're stupid? Oh, the kitty face is even better. It's sad that no one will ever get to see Post-it kitty cat.
And as soon as you leave, I'm throwing it out. It's for your eyes only.
I mean, Nothing gold can stay.
Would you like to? Okay, so don't forget to subscribe, like, notifications, etc. Follow us on social media, Sarah and Softpaws, not Scott Henson. And don't forget that we are currently taking your recommendations with donation.
We're taking A, your recommendations, and B, your money.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Of any movie you wish for us to watch and then review on its own podcast on August 2nd.
No, that's already happened. September 2nd.
September 2nd. $25 and you get to pick a fucking movie. Not a fucking movie. A movie... You can have fucking. You can pick a movie where there's fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure that you do that because we would like to have some material for that.
We'd like to have something to do that day. $25 to paypal.me/notscotthenson or check the description in the YouTube of this very podcast for non-PayPal account havers is how that sentence goes. Here's what I know. Secret letter is E, so that's important. And one of my favorite drugs. Not really. That's for gay ravers.
And how is that not you?
I'm only
one.
A raver.
Wow, you're good.
What a twist.
Oh, somebody should do a gimmick where they do a knockoff of G Raver, but they're E Raver.
That'd be cool.
And they're too fucked up to wrestle.
Yeah, just a bunch of glow sticks and like hugging the ref.
You gotta have a soother in, and the gloves with the lights on the fingertips, so that you can mesmerize yourself.
Furry leg warmers.
Yeah, ears,
mesh,
green hair,
sleeveless mesh shirt,
Christian style back in the day.
Absolutely Christian style back in the day. Christian the wrestler, not Christian the religion,
and maybe not Michael Landon. Anyways,
R.I.P.
Thanks for listening, and whatever you do, don't let them come.
I'm gonna come.